Grade 11 IEB IT Theory, Module 2.3b, the Internet and the World Wide Web. This is part 2 of this slideshow. So in this slideshow we're going to look at how multimedia is being used on the Internet. And using multimedia has a whole lot of implications. So first of all, we all know about downloading and streaming. Let's just look at the detail of this a bit more closely. So when you have multimedia files that come from the Internet, such as videos and music, you can either download them or use streaming to access the data. So what does this mean? Downloading, for an audio or video file, if you download it, you save it onto your device. Then you can play the file later and play it more than once without being connected to the Internet. But the disadvantage is you have to wait until the whole file has been downloaded before you can watch or listen to it. The advantage is that if you're paying for data, you won't have to pay again and again every time you want to watch or listen to the file. For teachers, downloading is maybe better because the Internet is not always reliable, and when you do want to watch it, then it really is available. You don't have to worry whether the Internet will be working or not. Streaming. Streaming means that the data flows in a continuous stream. The media file starts playing as soon as you open the file. The file is not and never saved on your device. You just watch it and then it's gone. If your Internet connection is too slow, then buffering may occur. You know what that means. The video pauses and you wait a little bit and then it starts playing again. So a buffer is a temporary memory area that stores the data you will need next. When the buffer is too empty, then the video is paused, so it can fill up before you keep watching. High quality, high definition video requires a fast Internet connection if you're going to use streaming. Live broadcasts, different types of media that are broadcast in real time without significant delay. Sometimes you'll hear on 702, for example, they'll have an artist playing and they'll tell you that if you want to watch what's happening in the studio, you can go and watch it on Facebook. So live broadcasts are things like live TV or live radio, live blogging. You also need high speed, high bandwidth, reliable Internet connection when you want to watch live broadcasts. Video on demand and IPTV or Internet Protocol Television. Both of these allow users to watch video content and listen to audio content on demand. IPTV delivers TV services over the Internet instead of through satellite systems like South Africa's DSTV does. So DSTV is through the satellite, but IPTV is through the Internet. IPTV is just like normal TV, so a show is always at a specific time, but with VOD or video on demand, you can choose what you want to watch and when you want to watch it, and that would be something like Netflix. IPTV can be free, whereas video on demand is usually pay-per-view. Compression of media files. Now, because data is expensive and because more and more data has to be transported across the Internet every day, reducing the number of zeros and ones in a file is advantageous. There are two types of compression. The one is lossless. If you look at the picture on the right, lossless compression means that you have your original picture, you compress it into something much smaller, and when you restore it, you get back to the original. Whereas in lossy compression, when you compress it, you may reach a smaller size file, but when you restore it back to what it should have been at the beginning, you don't quite restore it to the original. So lossy compression loses some of the data. It's most commonly used in applications like streaming media, and it's for compressing audio, video, and still images. Lossless compression does not lose any data. It's used for digital data like documents, spreadsheets, and databases, and accuracy is maintained. For example, if you know about the .zip compression format, that is lossless compression. Some examples of compression standards: you've heard of MP3. It stands for MPEG 1 audio layer 3. It's about 1/12 of the size of the original file. It gives you the same CD sound quality as the most popular method of downloading and storing music on computers and portable devices. So if you look at the compression in the picture, the originals were 32 megabytes, whereas the compressed ones are 3 megabytes. MPEG 2 is used for the compression of video files and associated audio tracks. It's widely used to broadcast digital TV, the format of videos and other programs on DVDs, the combination of lossy video and lossy audio compression. The picture shows you more of the technicalities involved in compressing a video, but you do not need to know all this, just to know that it is quite complex. MPEG 4 is the latest standard, and it is still developing. It's used for the compression of audio and visual digital data. It is a lossy compression. The files are small in size and designed to encode mixed media data. And JPEG stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group. It's the most common file format for digital photos or graphics. It is a lossy compression. A JPEG picture loses some clarity. So if you look at the raw file, which would be 16 to 26 megabytes, compared to the JPEG file, you can see that you have lost quite a lot of clarity and color in that compression.